What if I told you that waking up at 5 a.m. could completely transform your life? I know, I know. You're probably thinking, this guy's crazy, I can barely wake up at 7. But hear me out, because what I'm about to share from Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club isn't just another productivity hack, it's a complete life philosophy that's changed millions of people worldwide. Part 1, Introduction. This book isn't about torturing yourself with early alarms, it's about joining an elite group of high performers who've discovered the secret to extraordinary success, unshakable confidence, and genuine happiness. We're talking about people like Tim Cook, Oprah Winfrey, and Richard Branson. They're all members of this exclusive club. Today, we're diving deep into why 5 a.m. might be the most powerful hour of your day, how to actually make it happen without feeling like death, and the science-backed morning routine that can literally rewire your brain for success. So grab your coffee, ironically, hit that subscribe button, and let's explore why the world's most successful people are obsessed with dawn. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at your alarm clock the same way again. Part 2, The Victory Hour Philosophy. So what makes 5 a.m. so magical? Sharma calls it the victory hour, and there's actual neuroscience behind why this time is pure gold for your brain and productivity. Think about it. At 5 a.m. the world is quiet. No emails flooding in, no phone calls, no distractions. It's like having a secret meeting with the best version of yourself before the chaos of daily life begins. Sharma argues that how you start your day determines how you live your life. But here's the real kicker. Your brain is in what scientists call a peak cognitive state during early morning hours. Your willpower is at maximum strength, your creativity is flowing, and your ability to focus is razor sharp. It's like your brain is a smartphone at 100% battery, ready to tackle anything. The victory hour isn't about cramming more work into your day, it's about investing in yourself when your mental resources are strongest. Instead of scrolling social media or rushing through morning chaos, you're deliberately crafting the mindset and energy that will carry you through the entire day. Sharma discovered this principle by studying the daily routines of history's greatest achievers. They all had one thing in common: they owned their mornings before their mornings owned them. Part 3, The 20-20-20 Formula. Now here's where Sharma gets specific with what he calls the 20-20-20 formula, the exact blueprint for how to spend your victory hour. This isn't vague advice, it's a precise system that transforms your first hour into a personal development powerhouse. The first 20 minutes. Move. This means intense exercise that gets your heart pumping and releases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think burpees, jumping jacks, or a quick run. You're literally growing new brain cells and flooding your system with feel-good chemicals. The second 20 minutes, reflect. This is meditation, journaling, or quiet contemplation. You're processing thoughts, setting intentions, and connecting with your deeper purpose. Sharma emphasizes that stillness creates clarity and clarity creates power. The third 20 minutes, grow. This means learning something new, reading, listening to podcasts, studying a skill. You're feeding your mind when it's most receptive to new information. Why 20 minutes each? Sharma discovered that 20 minutes is the sweet spot, long enough to create real impact, short enough to be sustainable. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. 20 minutes of focused activity beats hours of scattered effort every single time. Part 4, The Science Behind Early Rising. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your brain when you wake up at 5 a.m. because the science is absolutely fascinating and will make you understand why this isn't just motivational fluff. Your brain produces the highest levels of cortisol, the alertness hormone, in early morning hours. But here's the twist. This is good cortisol, not the stress kind. It's your natural wake-up chemical that makes you sharp, focused, and ready for challenges. Sleep researchers have found that people who wake up early have better sleep quality overall. Why? Because they naturally align with their circadian rhythms, the internal clock that's been guiding humans for thousands of years. You're literally working with your biology, not against it. Here's something incredible. Studies show that morning people have higher levels of optimism, better grades, and more career success. It's not correlation, there's causation here. The discipline required to wake up early builds what psychologists call activation energy, the mental strength to tackle difficult tasks. Plus, morning sunlight triggers serotonin production and regulates melatonin for better sleep. You're creating a positive feedback loop that makes each day easier than the last. Your brain literally starts craving the morning routine because it feels so good. Part 5, Overcoming the Mental Resistance. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. You're probably thinking, this sounds great, but I'm not a morning person. Sharma tackles this head on because he knows that's everyone's first objection. Here's the truth. There's no such thing as not being a morning person. That's just a story you've told yourself based on past experiences of jarring alarms and rushed mornings. What you really mean is, I don't like feeling terrible when I wake up early, and neither does anyone else. The secret is in the transition. Sharma recommends the gradual shift method. Move your wake-up time earlier by just 15 minutes every few days. Your body adapts naturally without the shock of a dramatic change. Within 2 weeks, 5 a.m. feels normal. But here's the psychological breakthrough. You have to change your identity before you change your behavior. Stop saying, I'm not a morning person, and start saying, I'm becoming someone who owns their morning. Your brain believes what you repeatedly tell it. The resistance you feel? That's not laziness. That's your comfort zone trying to keep you safe. Sharma calls this the danger of staying comfortable. Growth always feels uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort is temporary. The results are permanent. Part 6, The Compound Effect of Consistency. Here's where Sharma blows your mind with the mathematics of transformation. The 5 a.m. club isn't about one perfect morning. It's about the compound effect of 365 victory hours per year. Think about it. 1 hour of focused self-development every day equals 365 hours per year. That's more than 9 full work weeks dedicated purely to becoming better. While everyone else is hitting snooze, you're accumulating what Sharma calls daily deposits in your personal development account. But the real magic happens after 66 days. Neuroscientists have proven that's how long it takes to hardwire a new habit into your brain. After 66 mornings, waking up at 5 a.m. becomes automatic. Your brain literally creates new neural pathways that make it easier. Sharma shares stories of people who've practiced the 5 a.m. routine for years. They don't just have better careers or more money, they have unshakable confidence, deeper relationships, and a sense of purpose that radiates from within. They've become what he calls everyday heroes. The compound effect works because small, consistent actions create massive results over time. Missing one morning doesn't matter. Missing 1 week doesn't matter. But showing up consistently for months, that changes everything about who you are and what you're capable of achieving. Part 7, The 4 Interior Empires. Sharma introduces a revolutionary concept called the 4 Interior Empires, the 4 core areas of human potential that the 5 a.m. routine systematically develops. This isn't just about productivity, it's about becoming a complete human being. The first empire is mindset. Your beliefs, thoughts, and mental programming determine everything else in your life. The morning routine builds unshakable confidence and eliminates the victim mentality that keeps most people stuck. The second empire is heartset. This is your emotional world, your passion, enthusiasm, and ability to connect with others. Morning reflection and meditation develop emotional intelligence and inner peace that radiates throughout your day. The third empire is health set. Your physical vitality directly impacts your mental performance and life satisfaction. The morning exercise routine builds not just strength and energy, but the discipline that carries over into every area of life. The fourth empire is soul set. This is your spiritual connection, sense of purpose, and contribution to something bigger than yourself. Morning learning and reflection help you discover and develop your unique gifts. Most people focus on just one empire, usually making money or staying busy, but true fulfillment comes from developing all 4 empires simultaneously. The 5 a.m. routine is the only system Sharma has found that addresses all 4 areas every single day. So, Part 8, Real-World Success Stories. Let's talk about real people who've used these principles to create extraordinary lives, because sometimes you need proof that this actually works beyond theory and research. Sharma shares the story of a struggling entrepreneur who started the 5 a.m. routine and within 6 months had tripled his income. Not because he worked more hours, but because his morning routine gave him the clarity and energy to work on the right things with laser focus. There's the busy mom who felt overwhelmed and exhausted until she started waking up at 5 a.m. That 1 hour of self-care transformed her from barely surviving to thriving. She became more patient with her kids, more present with her husband, and more confident in her career. Then there's the executive who was burning out from 80-hour work weeks. The 5 a.m. routine didn't add more to his schedule, it gave him the mental clarity to work smarter, not harder. He actually started working fewer hours while achieving better results. But here's what's really powerful. These people didn't just change their external circumstances, they changed who they were at a fundamental level. They developed what Sharma calls personal mastery, the ability to consistently perform at their highest level regardless of external circumstances. The common thread: none of them thought they were morning people, they just decided to become them. Part 9. Making it sustainable. Okay, so you're convinced this could work, but you're worried about burning out or not being able to maintain it long term. Sharma addresses this because sustainability is everything. A routine you can't maintain is worthless. First, he emphasizes the importance of what he calls sleep hygiene. You can't consistently wake up at 5 a.m. if you're going to bed at midnight. The math doesn't work, and your body will rebel. You need 7-8 hours of quality sleep, which means lights out by 9 p.m. This is where most people fail. They focus on the wake-up time, but ignore the bedtime. Sharma provides specific protocols: no screens for 1 hour before bed, cool dark room, consistent sleep schedule even on weekends. Your evening routine is just as important as your morning routine. Second, he introduces the concept of protocol flexibility. The 20-20-20 formula is the gold standard, but life happens. Sick kids, travel, emergencies. On those days, even 10 minutes of morning routine maintains the habit and keeps momentum alive. Third, he talks about community support. Join online groups, find an accountability partner, or get your family involved. The people who succeed long-term don't do this alone. They build support systems that make the routine easier and more enjoyable. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress and consistency over time. Part 10. Your 5 a.m. Transformation Challenge. So here we are. You've got the knowledge, you understand the science, and you've heard the success stories. Now comes the most important part: taking action. Because information without implementation is just entertainment. Sharma's challenge is simple but powerful. Commit to 66 days of 5 a.m. wake-ups using the 20-20-20 formula. That's exactly how long it takes to rewire your brain and make this routine automatic. Not 30 days, not until you feel like it. 66 days of consistency. Start tonight by setting your bedtime 15 minutes earlier than usual. Tomorrow morning, wake up 15 minutes earlier. Gradually shift until you reach 5 a.m. within 2 weeks. Remember, this is about becoming someone new, not just changing your schedule. Track your progress, celebrate small wins, and be patient with yourself. The first week is the hardest, the second week is challenging, but by week 3, you'll start feeling the benefits. By day 66, you'll be a completely different person. Here's my personal challenge to you. Try this for just 1 week. Document how you feel, what changes you notice, and share your experience in the comments below. I bet you'll surprise yourself with what you're capable of achieving. Remember, the 5 a.m. club isn't about the time on your clock. It's about becoming the person who shows up for themselves every single day. Welcome to your transformation. Your future self is waiting for you at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning.